Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have SH Figuarts Batman from the movie The Flash. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and help me to build my channel. One of the joys of the entire movie The Flash was seeing the return of Michael Keaton. It was almost like getting a Batman 3, a post-Batman Returns film. I grew up with Michael Keaton as Batman. He was my Batman. He was the first Batman I was ever really exposed to back in 1989. And that movie just, I think it changed the world, and it changed the comic book movie game and genre. It was the first thing to make such a big impact since Superman, and Batman has been a high-grossing character ever since in the movie industry, except for Batman and Robin, which almost killed which almost killed the brand in terms of the movies. So anyhow, seeing Michael Keaton return was such a joy, was such a pleasure, and he was definitely the highlight of that entire movie. And they did such a good job with him in the action, and just getting to see him fly around and fight and use all of his gadgets. And even though Michael Keaton was older, he still was fantastic. He just did an excellent job. So when I saw that they were releasing this figure, I had to pick it up. So let's get into this figure, check it out. I'm so excited for this. Because my 112 Collective Mezco Batman 89 figure was a little bit disappointing, and I didn't want to miss out on this figure from SH Figuarts. So just got mine from Japan, very excited. Let's check it out. So the box is pretty small and basic, so I'm going to say right off the bat that the scale looks pretty tiny. Which doesn't bother me too much, but it does look tiny compared to Mezco and Mafex. And there's the back of the box, the different poses. You get the alternate unmasked Michael Keaton head sculpt, which is very exciting. Here's the bottom of the box, side of the box. I'm not seeing any of those stickers of authenticity. This is actually, yeah, I'm not seeing any of that. So I'm pretty sure this is the real deal from Bandai, and this isn't a knockoff, but we'll see. Oh, there's a sticker right there of authenticity. It says Tamashii Nations quality right there. So, okay. It's just not in the normal spot. So I already cut the tape on the side, and we're going to open this up and take a look at it. And pulling it out here, there's some new stuff on the little tabs here. That's like newer, instead of them just being white. And then, okay, there's not a lot of accessories with this figure. I thought there would be a lot more. And there are some directions in here. So you get, it tells you all the interchangeable parts and hands, how to hold the Batarang. There's little posts here that go in the cape, so you can put them in that flying pose. And then it shows you a diagram of how to take apart the head and switch the heads. So that's nice that they put that in there so you don't break your figure. And put this box here. Nice lightning in the background. I like that. Moody, the clouds, looks really nice. And I'm going to try and pop this tab without spilling all the parts all over the place. And I'm going to pull out Batman. And they have him covered in plastic here, so to protect the cape and paint rub and quality control and all that good stuff. And There's plastic in the torso dividing it, so I'm going to pull that out. See what that is like. Okay. And there we go. Let's get a look at him. So, a few words on the suit itself. The figure looks great. This is a really nice looking figure. The head sculpt looks pretty good. SH Figuarts, when it comes to realistic looking figures, sometimes it's a little bit off, but that's a beautiful head sculpt. This costume is it's an updated version of the Batman Returns costume. So it's very similar to the Batman Returns costume. I wasn't sure how I felt about it when I first saw the promo pictures. I don't know. My favorite costume is the Batman 89 costume in terms of the Michael Keaton costumes. This is a little bit, it looks sort of like Christian Bale's Dark Knight costume with the cowl of the 89 Batman Returns cowl. The utility belt is all black, so that's a change that they made versus it being the golden yellow color. The gauntlets are similar but different. The bracers or the greaves, shin guards, whatever you want to call them, those look great. Look very evocative of the Batman 89 suit. The cape is actually this felt material instead of leather. Where if we want to look at the mezco, here's the mezco, and it's like a leather looking cape. He's pretty petite, so he's a little bit smaller than the mezco, which is more of like a 7-inch figure. This is more of like a 6-inch figure. So let me see. I don't have a tape measure on me. Apologize for that. But to compare him to, this is the Mafex Superman. So he's smaller, which is the similar, this is what the Mafex Batman body sculpt is like. So he's a little bit small. He's a little bit petite. I wish he scaled better with the Mafex. Let's see. We do have wire in the cape, but it doesn't extend to under the cowl, so you can't get any cool posing with that. Another critique is they didn't match the cut of the cape. They put too many ridges where there was only, I think, like 2 or 3 ridges. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was only 3 in the movie, so that's a little bit different. But it's a beautiful figure. Let's try the articulation. There's 0 movement in the head, so that's on there solid, which is how that Batman costume is anyhow. We have nice torso articulation, so we can go back really far. So if he wants to look up, there's nothing in the head. We got some good side to side, decent crunch. We got the drop hinges in the hips, so we can get a nice high kick. You can do a straddle about that far. We have ankle articulation. The hinge doesn't move that far. We got double jointed knees, so the leg goes up. Get the leg up pretty far before it starts turning. There is also articulation in the hip, or like the thigh. We got not quite double jointed elbows, so we get a little bit more than 90 degrees there. The shoulders go up about that high. There are butterfly joints, but you can't really quite get it close together. So just the sculpt of the suit hinders it. So the articulation isn't too great, but it's not terrible. There is mild toe articulation. That's what the bottom of the boots look like. That's what the cowl looks like. That's what the back of the cowl looks like. That's what he looks like from behind. You can see some gadgets there on the back. A good look at the bracers. Or his gauntlets, kind of sharp and pointy there. So he is very petite Batman. And Michael Keaton is actually kind of smaller, so that makes sense. But he doesn't quite scale with the Mafex figure. I mean, maybe he is more accurate than the 112 Collective figure, because this one's actually bigger. I think this is more realistic to how big Michael Keaton is, even though Batman's supposed to be very large. So what else do we get? We get only one other head sculpt. This came with multiple Batman head sculpts, but you got no unmasked version. Here's the unmasked version of Michael Keaton. Older Michael Keaton. Looks really good. It's not the best likeness I've ever seen. It's like just slightly off, but looks pretty darn good. So that's a really nice looking head sculpt there. Michael Keaton, I love that. And I'm going to pop that on in a moment. What else do we get? We get two batarangs that look like that. And then we get no grappling gun, which is disappointing. You got, with the SH Figuarts version of this and the Mezco, you got all of his gadgets. So you only get two batarangs with this. And then you get these extension poles here, which I don't know why they made these clear. They should have just made them black. That would have made sense. And you can slip them in the cape like so. I think I'll just keep that in there like that all the time. And then I'll put the hands on so you can see what him posed with it. But yeah, it's a little bit silly that they wired the cape and then they gave you these, but the wiring, I don't know, it doesn't go all the way in, so you can't put it up. So anyhow, small complaint. Besides the batarangs, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of hands. So you get an open hand like so. And then you get another open hand, just like different finger poses there. So not as open. Really nice detail on the gloves though. This looks like a batarang holding hand. Let's see here. Yeah, you could put the batarang in like that. That goes in there nicely. So you get a set of those, and then you get the and these are the flying cape holding hands. So you get those as well. So I'm going to pop these hands off actually. And put that on. It's so small, it's challenging to dig these out, but they're on little pegs like so. Pop that on, be very careful to not force it on to break it. That would be very devastating. Yeah, this is a $100 figure. So it's kind of disappointing that you don't get that many accessories. Could have used a few more head sculpts and some gadgets. Just throwing that out there. But it is a really awesome figure. So you take that and put these in like so. And like that. And then you can get the flying effect there. Oh, okay, and there's also a wire there. So you get a wire in the back as well. So you get a total of 3 wires. And there you go. You can get them into the flying pose, which is nice. You can have fun with that. However, there is like 0 head articulation, so you can't really move the head, which doesn't make any sense. So if we put that down, so that's fun that you have them in that pose. And to pop the head off, you pull the Batman symbol out, which is like a button. And you pop the head off like so. And that locks on to the cape. And then you have this collar piece here. And to put that in, you need to put it on here and here, and you have to do some maneuvering to get that on, and then it's a little bit challenging. And that ports in there around his collarbone. I'm having some trouble getting it on. So, trying to get the cape out of the way. This is a little bit tricky. So you pop that on like that, and then you can pop the Michael Keaton head on. Just kind of tricky. And then you can put that on like so. And then there's the Michael Keaton head on, and then you can even put the Batman button back in. So there he is. And now he has head movement. And then you can pose your Michael Keaton Batman like so. So anyhow, it's a really awesome figure. Here is the, with the head off, what it looks like on the bottom. It's a really awesome figure. I do like it a lot. I wish you would have got some more accessories with it. Anyhow, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. We have SH Figuarts Batman from The Flash. May God bless you all. Peace.